on YouTube, guys. I just had to come on Instagram real quick and let these people know where I am. We're changing platforms, changing addresses today. Need me my second home because we have something to discuss today. We are talking about all the things. We're discussing all the things, the hot topics at hand, because clearly they are hot topics. Okay, so I'm on here and on here. I'm gonna try to make this work. I'm gonna try to make this work, guys, until it says otherwise. But okay, so as I was saying, there's a young lady who had a situation where she needed to take a plan B. And I just want to thank her for one. Thank you for calling me last night. Thank you for confirming what the conversation was going to be today, because thank you for okay, let me take this. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. YouTube is acting crazy. Is it something in retrograde or something happening? Stop space. Because for some reason, okay, we are here. We are here. This is where we're going to be. I'll just upload it like to YouTube, which is what I've done for the last 2 days. Okay, peace and light, people. Greetings. We're here. We're not switching addresses. We're here, guys. We'll go to the vacation home later. But how art thou? How are you guys? I hope that you're well on this rising. I always say I'm not going to be before you long, but I don't know what this is going to lead to, because I do have something near and dear to my heart to discuss. So let's get right to it. I gave a whole introduction of this when I was live on YouTube. But as I said there, I received 2 phone calls yesterday. One from a young lady who was fearful of not being able to have children because of what the doctor was saying. And then another young lady who out here having reckless sex. And you know who you are. And it's just as simple as that. That's why I had to get off the phone last night, because I didn't want to get into it. It was too late. And we're going to get into it today, but I talked to you. Just so you know. But it's reckless sex. It's like, oh my God, I just want to please me right here, right now. Like, it's so fleshly that you have to decide that you're going to go and do the plan. There's going to be a plan B. And that is what I had to end the call, because I was just like, no, you don't call me and tell me you didn't have to take a plan B. Like, you call me and ask me before that takes place. You call me and ask questions like natural birth control. I slipped up and I have herbs for everything. Even plan B herbs. I've done this before. This is not my first rodeo, guys. I mean, when I say I have herbs for every single thing, you don't have to go to that CVS, Walgreens, or nothing for nothing. There are herbs that you can take. There are herbs you can take that they don't recommend you take when you're pregnant, which is herbs that will sweep the womb and allow the baby not to stick, allow the pregnancy not to happen with the herbs. So I don't even know how to I won't go into the herbs and all of that, but just know I do have some herbs where I can put together. And if that was to take place for you, if you feel like you needed a plan B, I have some herbs that you can drink. for the rest of that week. Okay? And it would be cleansing herbs to your womb so that you're not giving a safe, comfortable space for a baby to grow, but you're actually tearing down all that the baby needs. Not really tearing down all that the baby needs, because it's not like you can make it a space where the baby won't thrive, but the herbs are going to be detoxing your womb, which is why they don't recommend that you take these particular herbs when you're pregnant or if you're trying to conceive. So that is why I give those herbs for those that are not trying to conceive. I'm at a place where I'm drinking detox herbs. Am I actively trying to get pregnant? No. I'm not out here just swinging from everybody's chandeliers either. But I also practice safe, what is it called? Natural safe sex. Like, I don't know what else to call it other than the safest sex. Like, you have to know your cycle. You have to know when it is that you are, when it's possible for you to get pregnant. When you're ovulating, you're not going to be, I mean, I'm not going to say this, but some women, those fertile myrtles out there, you can get pregnant if you're not ovulating. Most women only are going to conceive when they're ovulating, during the certain time of the month before your cycle that you're ovulating. So that's pretty much a week that you're on, a week that you're ovulating, and then 2 free weeks. The 2 free weeks where it says it's not a possibility of you conceiving. Okay, let's delete this video real quick. The possibility of you not conceiving, the days that they show you. So if I track my cycle on 2 separate apps, one is my calendar and the other one is Flow. Both of them are pretty much telling me my cycle's coming the same day. They were both like completely off. One telling me 2 weeks earlier than the other. You know, they had to both get acclimated to my cycle schedule, and then they are both on point now when it comes down to predicting my cycle. And they also tell you when you're ovulating. So the point of this is for you to know when you're ovulating, right? So I'm going to go to my calendar, and this tells me that, I hope y'all can see it. I don't know, but it shows you the days in which you have a high chance of being pregnant, a medium chance of getting pregnant, a low chance of getting pregnant. Then it shows the days that you're going to be bleeding that month. And then it shows the days that you're going to be clear, free and clear. Plan sex for those days. Okay? I know sometimes sex is not able to be planned, but just like we plan when we're trying to conceive, we also have to plan when we're not trying to conceive. We can't just be out here recklessly having sex and waking up the next day, going to the store to get a plan B, saying, oops. What is that doing to our body? What is that doing to our psyche? Like, that is what I'm talking about. This whole series is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm talking about it. Because we are out here recklessly sharing ourselves, guys. Like, because why is there no? Why are you laying down with this person with no condom if it's a no? If it's a no, like, if it's, I'm not going to go all the way, we're not, like, just don't even take it there. Don't even, look, who am I to say? But when I tell you, Spirit was like, oh yeah, we getting into that. We getting all into that in the morning. So, be mindful of when your cycle's coming. Be mindful of the days in which you'll be bleeding. Okay, yeah, that's better. some OABBY herbs right here. This is here they go right here. Here's your plan B. Here is your plan B. Understand that for anything that's in that grocery store, I have something that we can use some herbs for. Everything under the sun can be treated with herbs, including a plan B. My mug says, I prefer dogs over people. And that's a true fucking fact. Okay. So, to get back on safe sex, sacred sex. Like, let's just start to have only sacred sex. It's okay to say no. Is it okay for you to say no? Like, because I'm sure, because what she said was it wasn't supposed to happen like that. I bet it wasn't. If it wasn't intended to happen like that, how did it happen like that? We have to be more in control. Like, who am I? Who am I? But we have to be more in control of when we're putting ourselves in this situation. For me, I cannot be in a situation that's compromising if I know I'm not going to allow it to go there. I'm not going to put myself after dark with somebody that's just, if I know that it's not going to go anywhere, you know, or if I think that they think it's going to go somewhere. I don't like uncomfortable compromising positions. I'm very clear. I like communication. I like, if I don't feel safe, if I don't feel like this is a good environment where I'm going to thrive, I'm chucking up the deuces and I'm out of there. But if I feel like I'm in a safe place where I know I'm going to be having sexual exchanges with this person, my guard is down, like, there are certain things that's already taken place before I got to that point. There are checks and balances. What is today? Are you ovulating? You got your condom? You got this? You got that? Like, if that is what I know I'm going to go do, let's stop acting like we didn't know it wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, it was going to happen. If I knew it was going to happen, based on conversations that we've had, I knew when you first saw this person, it was going to happen like that. So I'm going to need for you to not be delusional about it wasn't supposed to happen like that. It was going to happen on sight just based on us having a conversation, boo. So don't act like you didn't know it wasn't going to happen on sight. You just gave into the flesh in that moment. You gave into who you, not to say your womb didn't lead God and direct, because your womb could have very well been like, fuck it, let's go. We've been waiting for this. And if that's the case, by all means, I get it. It be like that sometimes. But let's do better at practicing safe sex. Greetings, loves. Greetings, everyone. I see y'all coming in here. Are you trying to stay focused? I won't lose my train of thought. So since I'm between thoughts right now, I would like to welcome you guys. I know it said YouTube. I was on YouTube, actually. I did get on YouTube and started out there. But I've been uploading the videos to YouTube after getting on here. So I think that's what I'm just going to continue to do. I love this filter. And the reason I didn't want to come on, the reason I wanted to go live on YouTube is because I'm trying to build my audience over there. But I'm also building it by uploading these videos. So see y'all on YouTube. This is going to live on YouTube when it's done here. So go subscribe to the channel. It's a whole lot of randomness over there. OABBY's World on YouTube. And when I say it's the world of OABBY, you can find me doing any and everything. But getting back to the responsibility of you being the steward over your womb. And if you have a relationship with your womb, she's going to tell you, hey, not tonight. We don't even need to be going over there. Hey, stop talking to him after this hour. My womb? She's like, we're not responding. No, we're not giving any inklings. We're not letting nobody know that this is an open window for this time. You know, like if it's after hours and someone's calling you, we all know booty call hours. We know what's up when it's after a certain hour. If you're hitting this person up after that hour, you know what's up. So stop acting like it wasn't supposed to go down like that. It may not have, you know, you may have thought you had much more control over yourself. But I could have told you that, boo. I could have literally told you a couple days ago when we was having this conversation that, so you know it's going to happen on site, right? If that's what I needed to do, I didn't know I needed to tell you that, though. Like, based on the conversation we already had, I knew that it was going to be off book. So how would that be something that you missed? If I knew that it was going to be taking place, how is that something that you missed? Because to end up with a plan B, that's just not okay. We're either having sex to expand things, but let's not have reckless sex when we're out here. And this is not towards just you, my love. I appreciate that you brought this to me for me to expound on the topic, but this is for way more people than just you. Like, get your, and this is for kings too. Hey, y'all gotta ask these women questions. Y'all gotta act like y'all give fucks about that too. It can't just be on, we're both, yes, it's the responsibility of the woman. It's her body. She should be able to speak for herself. But this is where we're talking about being responsible as a collective. Guys, start asking these women what time of the month it is for you. The days that she's bleeding is not the only time that you should be worried about. Ask her when she's ovulating. Ask her if it's you got high chances of getting pregnant. You got low chances. Like, what's the day? What's your month looking like right now? Is it a free week? You know, like, give them some information to go off of, because it'll help the situation. It'll help the sacred soul exchange without any interference or any static the next morning. Like, oops, we did that, but we didn't want to do that. Oops, we did that, and let's just hurry up and cancel any possibility of a baby. If like there was there, oh my gosh, this can be such a multifaceted question for me. This I can go so deep with this topic. Why are you having sex if you're not into this person enough to know? I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. But me personally, I'm just not having sex. I know how to say no. I just say no. That's just my greatest advice. Say fucking no. You do not have to have sex with any and everybody. I know sometimes we feel like, okay, that's the next. I had to get comfortable in this dating thing. And with that requires you to set your boundaries, of course. Make your voice loud and clear of what's expected of you and what's not. Right, just to make it known up front. If I'm going to somebody's house, just let you know I'm not fucking you just because I'm coming to your house. So if that's what you are expecting, or if that's what is gonna, you know, somehow be suggested, then I'm not gonna come. I just want you to know that now. You know, I'm just putting it out there. So it's not a surprise when my body language is given, yeah, don't touch me. I already know. And that will be the attitude that I'm going in if I know that I'm ovulating. I could be all over this guy. I could be wanting to be taken to another world with him. But what time of the month is it for me? I'm very sensitive when it comes down to condoms and even skin. I'm very sensitive. So My womb has to tell me that it's a go. I've gotten to the point where I confidently depend on my womb space to lead, guide me, and tell me yes or no. Literally, I ask her, is it a yes? Or sometimes I don't even have to ask her. She tells me, bitch, we is taking him the fuck down. Like, she will let me know. And I already know, all right, if she's saying it, I'm not even, I mean, hey, she know more than me. She tells me that it's going to happen even when I'm not thinking it's going to happen. Like, girl, okay, you sure? Like, yeah. And I'm like, but I don't see it. I don't feel it. He's not making me feel that way. I'm letting you know what's happening in your future is what she does. She lets me know what's going to happen in my future. So I want y'all to get into this beautiful life of having a relationship with your sacral space. Gentlemen too, like, do not, you know how they say you you think with this head and you think with that head? It's like really giving this head a voice, showing this head some respect, giving him a position of authority to tell you, and you actually really listen when his ass say something, like when he give you direction. If he's giving you direction, like, no, we not going for that one. I know she look, but we're not doing that. If we go up in there, it's gonna be lethal. Vaginas are lethal. These dicks is lethal out here. It takes one time to have contact with somebody and it's no turning back. So, like, really, how much do you care that you're out here just laying yourself with anybody without taking the time to say, okay, you know what? It's kind of late. I'm not gonna go. You know, like, because I know the way I feel about this person, it's gonna be done. Or ladies being responsible to have your own protection. Like, don't just depend on that man to have a condom. Don't depend on that. That is reckless and irresponsible of you. For it to be a possibility that you may have sex with somebody and you don't have your own protection, we got to do better. We got to do better. So that was one end of the spectrum of the conversations that were brought up from yesterday. Another one with the totally opposite end of the spectrum is my love who thinks that she's not going to be able to have children based on what these doctors are trying to tell her. So I had to do a welcome. Greetings, everyone. Like, I'm grateful that you guys are here. I'm having a conversation about conception and safe sex. So thank you for joining. So I was saying the other young lady, she was basically fearful that the ending result, or they were going to tell her something that she's not going to be able to have a baby. I love to prove those ones wrong. Like, but just to speak on it and to touch on that, if there is some concerns that you may have of doctors telling you that you may have something that will prevent you from having a child, they're trying to get our wombs out here. They want you to have a hysterectomy. They are suggesting hysterectomies for any and everything. And if you are the woman who are not in touch with your womb and you're just bleeding and your cycles are bad, your cycles are bad because she's trying to get your attention. She's trying to build a relationship with you. She's screaming and yelling every single month for your attention, and you're still just passing her by. You're taking something to push away the pain. You're not dealing with the issues at hand of what's causing the pain or the heavy bleeding, and you're not dealing with her. You're not asking her what's wrong. So she's screaming. That is what's happening. That's the best way I can put it. She is getting your attention in one way or the other. So when doctors try to tell you that you can't have children, it's a means of getting to know your womb space, clearing your womb space. And that's what I said we was going. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't promise that for today. I know better than to make promises. But Get into a space where your womb is free and clear of anything that will prohibit a baby from growing there. And they will keep you pumped up with medicines and all these different things because that's their job. That's their job, to keep you sick. That's their job, to take your womb. It's their job to not make you well. So once we get that and we step away from whatever they're advising of us, you'll be much better off making your own decisions about your health. I wish a motherfucker would tell me that I need to have a hysterectomy, or they're suggesting a hysterectomy, or like who the audacity of these people. But because they're in the positions that they are, and they know y'all trust them the way that y'all do, like, we have to stop giving all these people this power. We have to stop putting them on pedestals to dictate our lives. They don't tell you what to do. You do not have to listen to them. So when it comes down to the health of your womb and your scrotum, let that be your own voice dictating that, not the voice of anybody outside of you. That's the point of this whole thing. This is your reminder for you to stop right now, in this moment. Put your hands on your womb space, put your hands on your scrotum space, and check in, tap in. You good? How can I show you some attention today? What would you like to eat today? Who would you like in your company today? You know, and when you're not honoring that, your womb will start to tell you and show you. Your vagina will start to have its own level of communication. Like, okay, she don't want to listen. Let's do this. Let's show signs of this. Let's start smelling. Let's start itching. Let's start discharging. Oh, she don't want to listen now? And then for him, guys are just like, they can come and go. There's a lot of different sexually transmitted diseases that don't even show up on men, period. And then there's some like BV. And then there's some that take a long time for him to even see or get a symptom or of an inkling that anything's wrong with him. So that's even all the more, fellas, that's all the more reason for you to be way more cautious about who you're laying down with and when you're laying down with them. Like I said yesterday, energy busts through condoms. So if the energy is off of that person, what are you opening yourself up to? We have to start going into these situations with all of this on our mind. And I know that's why I get so conflicted when it comes to these messages, downloads, channels, because I be like, Spirit, who am I to say this? I'm nobody. But I very much am somebody. I've signed up to be one of them. Not even signed up. Called this life. My whole little life, childhood and everything. I just have been called separate and apart. And now that I know why I've been called separate and apart, I'm walking all the way in that. I am also, more times than not, talking to myself as well when it comes down to spirit taking over. It's just like spirit be on my ass, first and foremost. And in return, you guys can feel, hear, and get the remnants of that. But it's only because I'm talking to myself first. I never want to be in a position where, because there are so many people who are you this and you that, and I'm above you, and that's totally not who I am. And I am speaking to us as a collective. There's not just me speaking at anyone. Just thought I'd make that clear. But yeah, so let's just get in the habit of tracking our flows, tracking our flow. When are we able to have sex worry-free? And even if when using a condom or not using a condom, when these days are absolutely safe. You trust your body, you trust your womb, You have a relationship with her where you know, like, okay, boo, I know we did not protect ourselves last night. You have to be able to communicate on a spiritual level. I'm not above that happening to me. It's happened to me, but I'm not going to go and get a plan B. I'm going to speak to my womb and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to drink these herbs with purpose and with intention. And I know what day it is. I know what I did. And that's not what I want. You know what we want. You know who we want it with. And it ain't that. So we're going to drink these herbs with purpose. We're going to drink them with intention and clear my womb space. There is no baby. We have to realize we create our own reality. Like, that is not just something to say. When I say there's a baby, there's a baby. When I say there's no baby, there's no baby. You have to know that. You have to know that you have that much control over your body. That much control over your womb. To the young lady that wants to conceive someday. To the young lady that thinks her womb has disappointed her. No, baby. Your womb is telling you, hey, I want your attention. I need your attention. I need you to have conversations with me and stop talking about me to that doctor. That's why your womb is scaring you and giving you these possibilities of, or making you feel like what the doctors are saying, you possibilities of you not being able to have a child, or scaring you with different terms and things like that. They don't dictate the comings and goings of your womb space. That is only up to you. You and who you're creating a life with. Let's start being way more intentional when it comes down to who we're creating life with. Life force. And it's not about, like, for me, I can't just have empty sex. I can't just have sex, casual sex. That's what I'm going to say that. I can't have sex with just somebody that I'm not feeling, that I'm not, like, it has to be all the way there for me. I don't see how people have sex with people they're not really feeling. Like, are you being made to? Do you feel like you have to? Is it to please the person? But there's no way that I'm going to be in a position where I feel like, that's rape. Okay? Like, if you feel like you have to, trigger word, I don't know if I'm able to say that or not. I'll probably get cut off now or something. But that's what that is. If you feeling like you have to say yes and you don't want to, I know what that feels like. Like, you're in a compromising situation and it's like, I don't want to ruffle no feathers, but I'm not having sex. You know, like, I for one, I think I felt like it was a possibility of that happening. It was somebody that I really fuck with too. It was so bad that I knew that if I went in his house, it was going to go that way. So it wasn't to the point where we were already in his house and getting to that. It was my spirit showed me, if you go in this nigga house, he's going to want to have sex with you. You already know you don't want to have sex. He's been drinking. And you had just got to sign me. I just got a sign that he a little aggressive, and I don't know that side of him, and I don't feel comfortable with, like, I don't know. It was just something throwing me off. It's like, I don't know if I want to go in here. I got all the way to his house. I felt like I was going to be cool. He coming from a bar, and I'm meeting him at his house like we was good. And then the vision I had, he said something to me that made me look at him like, who you talking to? I'm sorry, but who you talking to? I know you've been drinking, but who the fuck you talking to? I'm sorry. And in that moment, my spirit team was on it. Jury, 9/11 was, I looked over, 9/11 was on a tag right there. And I'm like, bruh, are you telling me to leave? I thought I just got here. I didn't even go in the house yet. Are you telling me to leave? But that is what that sign had told me when he said whatever he said to me. And I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? That was my sign to go. And as I was walking towards his building, something else happened. I was looking up at the moon. Yes, okay. I was looking up at the moon. It just took my attention. It gratefully so took my attention. And he said something about me not helping him with, he had his hands full. I didn't even see that he had all these bags in his hand. But he's like, you're not going to... Y'all, this man said something to me, and the first vision or thought or sensation I felt that come over me was us fighting. Like, immediately I saw him forcing himself on me. The visuals and all. I had no clue. I was in the parking lot dumbfounded. Like, what the fuck is happening? It was a that so raving clear ass vision. I saw this nigga trying to hold me down, trying to pin me down. Like, I'm like, no, I can't even. I'm like, look, I know I'm here. There's no explanation needed, but I'm about to go home. And he was so confused with his attitude, thinking somebody supposed to be helping him with some fucking bags that he didn't. Like, it was so crazy and so wild and bizarre that I was like, yo, you're a totally different person that I'm not trying to go behind closed doors with. And it was after the fact that I had to let him know what I felt. I had to tell him I had a vision of you hurting me, harming me. Whether you was trying to rape me, you were fighting me, something. I had a clear ass vision of that taking place. So I had to leave. Like, I don't know how drunk you were. I don't know. I trust you for you being who you are, because I've known you for as long as I've known you, and we just getting to know each other on this level. But my spirit was just like, no, you're not going in there. He's going to want to have sex, and you already know you don't want to have sex. So that was my clear indication to get up out of there. That was my womb telling me, get up out of there. And you have to be in a position where you're listening to your womb space. Sir, where you're listening to your scrotum saying, no, not her. We're not getting down like that. She going to have us buzzing and burning when we done with her. Do not just go with what your eyes are telling you. You have to go with what your womb and your scrotum is telling you. We cannot be blindly disguised by people in their alluring ways and them preying on you, because that is how energy vultures are. They will suck you dry. They will prey on you. They will get you in a place where you feel like you can trust them. You let your guard down, and they will suck your energy dry. You can't do that. You can't give anybody permission to do that either. And you can't be out here looking to suck somebody else's energy dry. Come on. We got to do better. We got to do better. So here's to hope for all those that a doctor has told you that you can't have children. They're not your end all be all. I'm here to tell you that you can. Let's have a consultation. Let me lay hands on you. Let me do a reading. Let's see what spirit has to say. Like, is there a spirit child that will come up? Babies come to me all the time before mom get pregnant to let me know, hey, tell my mom I'm coming. Can you tell her to stop stressing out? Let her know the doctors are wrong. Yeah, I've had those conversations before. So, sweet pea, do not be weary. Do not worry. Anything that the doctors are saying, we'll get to the other side of that. But what it's going to take is some mental conditioning, reprogramming, for you to not walk out of a doctor's office holding on to everything they said, yet taking it all and doing what you will with the information. Because I'm telling you, they will have you going around thinking that you are going to die tomorrow. Do not believe them. Your body knows exactly what it's doing. If your body is doing something strange, then it's trying to get your attention. Again, ladies and gentlemen, your wombs and your scrotums will do strange things to get your attention. So don't necessarily think you have to go to a doctor where they will keep you sick. They will give you something that will just mask the symptom and not dig up the root cause. So let's get some roots and some herbs in your system if you want to. If you're not in a season where you want to get pregnant, I have a tea blend for you. I have a tea blend for you where you can just drink daily and you don't have to worry about plan Bs. You know, your womb is in a space where it's being cleansed and detoxed, and the baby's not gonna come there. I have tea blends for that. Natural birth control. And then I also have tea blends to help with fertilization, to help get your womb in a space to become so fertile that the moment you want it to happen, the moment your partner wants it to happen, the moment that's both of your intentions when you lay down for that to happen, it's going to happen. Just like magic, it's going to happen. You're going to conceive whenever it's time and you want to conceive, whenever you're not in a place where you want to right now. So please do not allow a doctor to tell you you can't have children. No, right now you're not in a position where you want to have them yet. You don't want to start your family yet. So you're going to not be on their birth control because that is what they're regulating your cycle with. We have to regulate our own cycles to know when we're ovulating naturally, when and if we have unprotected sex, the possibilities of conceiving a child. Like, we need to know, we have to be in control of that for our own world. We can't put a doctor in control of that. Gentlemen, we cannot put a doctor in control of, you cannot allow a woman that you're with, a queen, your goddess, your companion, to depend more on a doctor than she's depending on you. Y'all have to have an establishment where you're both the gods and both the authority in your lives. Like, the confiding should be in you instead of in the doctor. Like, this we have to get to a place where we have sacred unions on purpose. We're together because this is the purpose of us. It can't be because it's by default, or like, there's no more by defaults for me. There's no more I'm just with this person because time says it's time, or because if it don't feel like it's supposed to be, if we're not both on the same accord, we're both not on the same page, we don't have to solidify something that we're both not going to be pleased with. What's the point of setting it up? That'll be a complete setup. You can't have children. You will have children. Don't let them tell you that you're not going to have children. We're going to get into some guided meditations. We're going to get into some practices where you are convinced of the ability of your womb. You're convinced with the condition of your womb. You're comfortable with understanding and knowing, understanding the state of your womb. And again, they're telling you that or suggesting that because your womb is trying to get your attention. She is ignoring me. She is putting me in their hands. She's letting them tell her what to do with me. And I'm not with that. That is what your womb is screaming and saying. So we have to get you to a place where you're listening to your womb first, instead of that being a secondary voice. And for my love bug with plan and second thought, like, get you some herbs that'll cleanse and sweep out your womb from any debris. Drink these herbs on a regular basis if you're in a position that you don't want to have a baby right now. These are the perfect herbs for you. Okay? And if that situation were to change, then we have a different tea blend for you. We just won't be detoxing the womb, but we'll be vitalizing the womb. We'll be making all the blood circulation, like we'll be pumping her up to say, hey, we want you to have a baby. Hey, we're massaging you to actually hold on to the baby this time. That is how you plan it. Y'all gotta, it has to be more intentional. It has to be more intentional. And I am being way more open to any and everybody's call. But I have come to a place where I realize everybody is not my client. I don't have to deal with everybody that rings my phone. I don't have to deal with every situation that comes across my DM or text. I don't have to. I can literally pick and choose my clients, from doula clients to womb clients to scrotum cap clients. Anybody. Deaf doula clients. If I see that you're not in a position to let that family member go, I'm not about to go down that road with you. You're going to now blame me. I'm not going to do that. So I only go where my spirit leads, guides, and directs me. And if I am here on your street talking to you about the planned bizzle, you know, we got to dig further into your womb state. I just keep hearing her voice call me last night. Girl, I did it. I knew you was. How you did not know? So crazy to me. Like, are you lying to yourself to say that you didn't know or it wasn't supposed to happen? You knew. Like, that was day one. Stop lying to yourself. We need to stop lying to ourselves. If this is how we feel about somebody, this is how we feel about somebody. It's no need to try to suppress the feelings, because it's just gonna come out somewhere else. Talk to these people. Tell them how you feel. If you had sex with somebody and you like, I'm not in a position to where I want to have a child by you, so this can't go that way. And you have to have the discipline to not break. It's so beyond me. My womb will dictate the whole situation. I can be going into it saying, yes, I know it's going down with me tonight. Like, I know it is. This is how I know safety and protection over anything. She will protect my whole recklessness. Like, oh, you going over here? You think you going over here? You think you about to sleep with this man? Okay. I'm telling you, and will turn completely off. Like, she will make me forget she is there. And I'm like, hello? Yeah. Girl, what's going on? What are we doing? We don't be this sleep. Like, you sleep, you knocked out. What are you doing? Well, not. She's like, it's a no. And I said it's a no before you got over here. I'm not even turned on. I'm not moved, Your Honor. I'm not moved by the tears. Like, it's not. You can want it all day long, but you have to get to a place where your womb is dictating who you allow in and who you entertain, because it's not okay for anybody to just be dwelling in your space. Okay, let me engage and see what you guys said really quick before I go, because I'm about to go. Greetings, my loves. I'm so glad that you guys stopped in. I'm not sure if you're still in here, but my sister, I love you, honey. Thank you. Your message yesterday. I wish that all the people, let me just say this. Y'all give me feedback. Y'all go on my DMs, y'all text, comment on the damn post. Like, I get that we don't want to be open and honest about what we're talking about, but I enjoy having the conversations with y'all, but let's let people know we're actually having the conversation. Like, engage on a different level. I can care less, for real. But I just find it so... I did get a lot of feedback from the last 2 days, but ain't nobody said nothing on here. I appreciate y'all love. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate you being open to hear whatever it is the Spirit has to say. If it resonates with you, definitely keep it and hold on to it. If not, let that shit go. Get rid of the bones. I'm not here to talk to everybody about every situation. I'm just here to say, like I said, if I only reach one person, then I'm good. Spirit has something to say. I come to deliver it. Whoever it's meant for is who it's meant for. So I'm not expecting any type of engagement when it comes to the comments and all of that stuff, because I know these are sensitive subjects, sensitive topics. We're talking about the sacral space, but just know this is a safe space to have conversations about your sacral space. If you have any questions that you would like for me to address, and that's what I think is going to probably come of this, you know, feedback that I get, I'll just probably touch on it the next day or elaborate, probably take note. But that was so, I just knew today what I was talking about because of the conversations that I had with them yesterday. So, thank you for coming here, spending a little bit of your time here with me on this rising. Yes, I have natural plan B. Yes, I have natural herbs that will do that job for you. So when she said that she took a plan B, it was like, oh shit. I don't think she know this conversation not for me. I don't even want to know that part. I'm getting better at being open to hearing all this Western shit, but those that know me and that know, like, they know not to even tell me about no, I don't operate on that frequency. I can't even go to, it's been 7 years since I've been to the hospital. An emergency where I was going every week for 4 years straight. Once I got clear of getting out of there, it was no turning back for me. There's nothing that I'm going to do that's going to compromise my system, my womb, my body, my stomach, my digestive tract. Anything is going to compromise me to get back in that place where I depended on them people. I was on 10 different prescriptions. They could not tell me what was causing the issues. It was spirit. It was my womb trying to get my attention. Literally. When I finally started paying her some attention, she eased up. I started asking her what's wrong. How can I help? What do you want? What do we need to stop eating? All of that mattered. What I was consuming, all of that mattered. The energy I was around, the person I was with. I literally had to break up with my ex, quit my government job, and move to North Carolina to calm my womb down. It was so inflamed. I was inflamed internally. So much inflammation that I had to go and heal myself. So it took me 4 months to detox my body and get my body up off those prescriptions, or just feeling like I needed to rely on the prescriptions to calm my nausea. It was so many different symptoms that I was having. And I just don't want that for y'all. I don't want y'all to get to a place where your back is against the wall and you're forced to feel like, you know, you have to make a change now or you're going to die. While we have so much free will, let's do what we can within that free will. Let's be better stewards of our bodies, of our wombs, of our scrotums. Fellas, it matters, the health of your scrotum. Like, he's not just there as a trophy to be pulled out when you want to show off. You have to care about his well-being. What is the blood circulation? What are the herbs and minerals that you're drinking that's specifically going to your scrotum? Are you doing something that is taking care of all the germs and bacteria, just the piled up waste that's sitting in your sac? You have to do something with that. You have to steam them balls. You have to do something. You have to take some herbs. You have to apply some herbs. You have to do something in order to maintain the health of your scrotum. And when a woman sees that a man cares about his scrotum health, it's no way she's going to be out here recklessly giving a fuck about her womb space. Like, and if that's the case, I'm down. I'm so with that. For a king to get a woman to see herself and her worth through her womb, like, baby, yeah, like, no, we're not having sex tonight. We had sex last night. No, but just, men, be in a position to be able to speak for yourself. Speak for, you know, if not only speaking for yourself, but allowing yourself to be in a position where your scrotum is leading you. And it's not you just saying, yeah, I'm about to take her down real quick. Let him be like, nah, we're gonna skip on her. We're gonna hold on to our life force with that one, because I'm telling you, son, for real, I'm telling you some good shit. Tomorrow, the one you really, we're not gonna settle for this, because tomorrow, next week, might got a chance. Okay, I'm ready to go, guys. Today was about safe sex. Every time I come on, someone else comes on, and it's something to be said. Greetings, love and light. Hope you have a beautiful day. Be mindful of the condition of your womb space, of your scrotum space. Be mindful of the energy that you're carrying around. Make sure it's just your energy. Make sure it's not anyone else's energy that you're holding on to, so that you're not spewing it on other people. Take a moment to ask your womb, ask your scrotum, what y'all want today? What are we doing today? Who are we entertaining today? What are we eating today? Just pose the question. I know for those that are not in a place of connecting to their body, but pose the question. Ask yourself, what are we doing today? Who are we doing today? That's a question. Are we doing this person today? But whatever you do, make sure you do it safely. Make sure you do it sacred. Make sure you do it with love and intention, and you're not just reckless. Don't let doctors tell you that you can't have children, because you can. And I think that's it. Overcome adversity and become a better you in all that you do, say, and intend. Okay? I prefer dogs over people. Okay. Peace.